Hi, this is Angela from Hemisphere Dancer Wellness and Travel. Today we're going to take a short intermediate flow, and hopefully it's going to be a great way to take you to the next thing into your day. You can see in our background today we have our dog Rowan, our Shiba Inu, who's 16 and getting kind of old, taking a nap in the background. So hopefully he'll stay put while we're going. And so we'll go ahead and begin with some roll downs for our spine. So go ahead. We can do this with knees floating up towards the ceiling, or if you have a yoga block or small ball, we can go ahead and add those in between the knees just to help keep our knees in good alignment. Just waking up the spine, we're going to start from sitting nice and tall, pulling in the low abdominals. We're going to round down, exhaling as we round down just to when the shoulder blades hit the floor. Inhale, and then exhale, rounding back on up. And again, we'll exhale, rounding down, trying to get a nice deep curl. Keep pressing my low back down towards the ground here, pulling my abdominals in with that exhale, inhaling, leading with the top of my head to come back on up. If on the way down, or rather on the way back up, if I need to lift my legs to help pull in to come on up, then that is totally fine. Having the block with the ball there helps keep the legs in good alignment, even if they're lifting, to give a little more assistance on the way back up. Keep thinking of that breath, that exhale as you come down. Inhale at the bottom, exhale to come back up. That little pause there does make it a little more challenging. We're going to do one more center, exhaling down, inhale, and then exhaling, coming back up. From here, we'll twist over to the right. Same thing, exhaling on the way down, just to the tips of the shoulder blades, and pulling the low core on in, inhaling to come up. We'll go to the left, exhaling down, inhale, and then exhaling, coming back on up. Alternating sides again. Really trying to keep the shoulders down away from the ears, especially as we come back on up. And exhaling back down. Inhale, exhaling, coming on up. Good, one more on each side. Exhaling down. Inhale, exhaling, coming up. Last one, exhaling down. Inhale, exhaling to come back on up. Good, from here, let's go ahead and just make our way back to our back. To bring both legs up to our 90-degree angle or tabletop, we're going to take our dying bug. So we're going to work with diagonals. We're going to do opposite arm and leg reaching away as we pull our low belly in on our exhale. Inhale back to center. What we want to try not to do is let both sides move at the same time. What I'm trying to do is just move one diagonal. Exhaling back, inhale together. Left side, exhale back, inhale back together. Keep the core really strong. Inhaling together, use that breath. Exhale, tree trunk roots are growing over your core to help you stay balanced. Exhaling back. Let's take it again. Exhale back. Inhale together, one more on each side. Exhale back. Inhale together. And exhale back. Inhale together. Hugging the knees into the chest, just taking a little gentle rock side to side. And from here, let's go into some of our abdominal series exercises. So right leg is in, left leg is out. We can, if we're going to round the head and shoulders up, starting at the base of the skull, rounding of one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, exhale to change. Exhale to change. Inhale, exhale to change. Each time I exhale, I'm pulling those low abdominals in. If I feel this in my neck and shoulders, I want to put my head back down. Everyone always thinks that is like giving up or weakening out on it. But that actually is going to engage your lower abdominals, your transverse abdominals really more. Keep reaching the leg nice and long, like you're going to tap the wall. We have one more time on each side, and then we'll rest back down. Let's take both legs on up. Holding behind our right leg, we'll let the left leg fall away for our straight leg stretch. Again, rounding head and shoulders up. We exhale as we do two pulls. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. And you can reach up as high as feels comfortable, but watching that we don't end up with Frankenstein shoulders. I see that a lot in this exercise. So you want to keep pulling the low belly in and and exhaling. One more each side. Again, this is another one where the head could be done down if we're feeling it in the neck and head. Again, it's really important not to fight through that. Let's crisscross. Let's take our right leg in and left leg on out. We're going to round the head and shoulders up. Inhaling here. We're going to do a slow crisscross. Exhale, bringing your rib around towards that knee. Elbows are still relaxed and wide. We inhale through center. Exhale, crisscross the other way. Inhaling through center. Exhaling, reaching out. Inhaling through center. Trying to bring my bottom elbow to the floor, reaching long through that extending leg. Exhale, twist. Inhaling center one more time. Exhaling, twist. Inhaling center. Good. Last one each side. And exhale. And rest down, hugging the knees in. From here, let's go ahead, taking our double leg stretch. We're going to take a modified version of our double leg stretch. Today we're going to bring our head and shoulders into our hands again. Legs here. We're going to go ahead and reach on out. Exhaling out. Inhaling back in. Exhaling out. Pulling the belly in and down so that we don't arch in the back. Exhaling, reaching out. Inhaling in. Again, we don't want to go blah, letting all the core go as we reach away. That's really not a great thing for the lower back. Exhaling out. In one more time. Exhaling out and back on in. Good. Let's take some leg circles to release those hips now. We're going to let your left leg lay out flat on the floor. We're going to do single leg circles. Right leg starts up. It's going to cross the body over our midline. Exhaling as it circles down. Inhaling, coming up. How big should these circles be? As big as you can keep your hips and the rest of your body nice and still. Exhaling down, inhaling as we come around. So we don't want is to be rolling around like this, right? We want all of this to stay really rooted. So if that means our circles are this big to start with, then that's excellent, because then we're building our strength. Let's reverse direction. We're building strength and stability in the body, and then we can start to go bigger. If we're too big right away, it's really difficult. It's actually near impossible to go the other direction and then find that stability while everything is big and wobbling around. So nice and small. And exhaling around. And around, good. And last one. Hug that knee into the chest, just taking a little stretch for those hips. And then we'll go ahead and lengthen right leg out, left leg coming on up. And from here, we'll go ahead, cross the body, exhaling down, inhaling up. Exhaling down, inhaling up. So arms can always be out to side to help keep stability. But really that main stability should come from the core. We want to be nice and easy in our neck and shoulders. No tension there. Breathing is always excellent to help engage those abdominals, especially the transverse reverse. Exhaling, inhaling. Exhaling, inhaling. As a modification, you can always do this with a TheraBand wrapped around the leg, or a belt or a tie, something that you can help give the weight of the leg into so the hips will relax. One more time. And around. Good. Hug that knee on in, giving just a little shake on out. And then let's go ahead and grab both knees. We're going to roll up to sitting. We're going to take a little rolling like a ball. So we're going to roll back, exhaling, inhaling to come to our top. Exhaling, pull the low core in, keep neck and shoulders nice and tight. I like a double exhale. Exhale down, exhale up. Big inhale at the top. Exhale down and up. One more. Exhale, exhale, and extending the legs on out from here. Just take a stretch over the legs. You can always give your head a little shake no, a little nod yes. And then unrolling back through to the top of the head. Let's come around to lay on our belly. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay with our arms just a little bit wider than our mat. We want them kind of in a goalpost arms. I want to go ahead and engage my abdominals, find my neutral pelvis here by pressing my pubic bone in the mat so I can lengthen my back. Neck stays nice and long. From here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to inhale, lengthening. I have no weight in my hands through the top of my head. Exhaling, lowering down. I'm going to inhale, lift both of my legs. Exhaling, lowering down. Inhaling again, upper body. I want to keep pressing that pubic bone towards the mat as I come up. Again, neck stays long, trying not to look ahead. Exhaling back down. Legs, again, I lengthen that low back, press the pubic bone down, so I'm not going super high. I'm trying to think more outward than upward. And again, upper body, arching in that middle back where we're all a little bit tighter. No weight in those hands. And down. Lifting and lengthening through the legs. And down. One more upper body and one more lower body. And back down. And then legs and down. Good, we're going to put that together now with our arms coming by our side. So again, I still want to make sure that every time before I lift my head or legs off the ground, I'm trying to press my pubic bone towards the floor and lengthen my low back. I want to try not to grip my bottom to do that. My head is going to start to the right side. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to engage my core, pubic bone down. I'm going to inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lowering to the other side. Pubic bone towards the floor. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, arms are coming out to a T. Exhaling, they're lowering back down. What I want to try not to do is arch only in my low back. I want to try and keep my low back stable and secure so I can arch a little higher in my mid back. Shoulders stay down away from the ears. One more in each direction. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, back down. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, back down. From here, let's go ahead and come back to a child's pose stretch. So you're going to just go ahead and sit back, reaching out through the arms. You can let your hips come back as far as feels comfortable for you. And taking just one more breath in that child's pose. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to lay on your side. And we're going to let our head rest down on your arm. Your bottom leg is bent. Your top leg is going to lengthen out. So we're going to keep the side of our body nice and long. We're going to swing our right foot forward with a flex foot. And then we're going to take it back with a pointed foot. And we'll go ahead again and flex to come forward. What we're trying to do here is keep the core really strong, pointing to go back. So we don't want to, as the leg comes forward, cave back in. And when that leg goes back, we don't want to roll forward. We also want to keep the side body really long. And pointing back. Good. This time from here, we're going to do a little flex to lift and point to lower. And so I'm keeping my toes pointing straight ahead. I know you can't see them with the camera. Then we're going to lengthen through this side body as we lift. And lower. Flexing to lift. And I don't want to go so high that this part scrunches in and lowers. I want to keep this long so that I'm working more targeted down in my hamstrings and my glutes. And flexing to lift one more time. Head stays down on the arm. If we want a more advanced version, we can prop up, but we want to keep the bottom side of the ribs lifted. We don't want to sink down, scrunching down here if we are taking this. And down. One more we're going to do on our side. We're going to flex foot, small little circles. Little baby circles. I'm still keeping my toes pointed towards the wall in front of me, reverse direction. Good, and then go ahead and just bending in. That leg we were just working, we're going to roll onto our back and we're going to cross it over and do a little hug into the chest. Giving just a little rock side to side if that feels comfortable. Breathing into your hips and low back. And we're going to come on up and swing around to our second side. And so from here, again, giving yourself a good setup, You can bend the bottom knee for a little more support. Top leg is extending out, long side body, head resting on that arm to keep good neck alignment. We swing the foot forward with a flex. Now we go back with a point. Trying to stay really stable, using your breath. You can kind of play around. If exhaling as you come forward helps you keep more stable, or maybe exhaling when you go back. So trying different breath patterns for this one. Swinging forward, exhaling back. Forward with a flex, back with a point, and then this next one will come forward and we'll take it back. We'll stop center. We're going to again stay long in that side body, especially between our hips and our ribs. Flex to lift, point to lower, flexing to lift, pointing to lower. Feel like the leg is getting lengthening longer as you lower it, almost like someone's there kind of pulling your leg out of your socket. Not really, but so that can help lengthen down. And lower one more time. Flex to lift and point to lower. Small baby circles, again, toes still pointing straight ahead. As we circle the leg here, we're trying not to let any wobbling happen through the torso. And reverse direction. Good, and then go ahead and let the leg rest down again. We can take this back to our back, crossing your the one that you were just working over your other, reaching through, taking a little number 4 stretch. You can always add a little rock side to side, breathing into the hips wherever it's tight. If you find a spot that's really tight, sometimes I like to hold there and just breathe into that place to help allow it to release. And then we're going to go ahead and roll on up to sitting. And we will finish there for today. And I hope this was a great way to get going into your next thing. And I will see you next time. Thanks, everybody. Bye.